guys, it's Amy from Nail Polish Baby 90 and welcome to today's video. Today is kind of a video inspired by some of your comments and questions and responses that I got when I asked what videos you wanted to see. So I'm going to kind of amalgamate a few into this video. Nail polish secrets. A lot of you want to see the collection in a bit more detail, so I will be doing a close-up of my nail polish area in a second. But to answer some of the questions, lots of people said show us your collection, so I'm going to do just like a kind of draw by draw quick video for you. A lot of people have asked for updated like bottle shop videos. I did do them a few years ago now, maybe 3-4 years ago, so I could update them. I might do them in like the style that Amanda Alexander did. She did like a Through the Helmers series. I feel like that might be the approach that I take, but I'm not 100% sure yet. But I do hear you when I hear you say it, like when you comment and say that you want collection videos. I'm with you, just working out how to do it. So a couple of people asked about how I take care of my polishes, how I look after polishes that are older. To be honest, other than I have nail thinner, and when I pull polishes out for videos, I do tend to take a little bit of time not only to pull out what I'm looking for, but to go through polishes and shake them up. There are some brands like China Glaze is like the one where you can see like the polishes get super separated really quickly. So I do know that they are like always so like liquidy on the top. So I do know that more than any other brand is one that does need a good shaker. I'm always tempted to get one of those professional metal shaking tools, but for now what I do, like I say, is routinely when I pick out polishes for videos, I will shake through anything that looks like it's unsettled. I do get rid of ones that have gone to nail polish heaven. It does happen, not a lot, but it does happen. Sometimes you just can't thin something out and it's just gone. The nail polish thinner that I just use is the OPI one. I'm not an expert on nail polish thinner, that is the only one that I have, so that is what I use to revive polishes that are getting a little bit gunky. You get that more with the glittered polishes. I do have polishes that are probably 10 years old or over, but I know that again people have some that are a lot older than that as well. So a good tip is just to keep them somewhere not exposed to highs and lows of temperatures, so you don't want to. So I used to want to put my collection in my conservatory when I was in my old house, but I didn't want it to be hot in the summer and cool in the winter, so keeping it inside in like a normal four-walled area is a good tip. Out of direct sunlight, some people have them on their wall racks, which looks so aesthetically pleasing, and you'd probably get on top of all of the shaking a bit better. Sorry, interruptions from child there. He's playing with something which now he needs help with, so I'm going to pause and I'll be back in a sec. As I was saying, some people have them on the racks, which is great, because again, don't try and have them in direct sunlight where you're getting the polishes and up and low. Also, you need to make sure you have your caps on tight, and if you do spill any nail polish around the cap, that may stop it from tightening up properly, just to clean that off if you can. But that's like a TLC on looking after older polishes. A few people have said like, where do I shop? What's the best place to shop? For mainstream polishes, I'm very rarely, I would say maybe 10% of my mainstream collection has been bought at full price. I do tend to buy things in TK Maxx a lot of the time. There's a great website called Fragrance Direct that I've used for years that normally has a lot of good S's on there for half price or better. I go to Sally's. If you have a Sally's beauty supply near you, I shop their sale in there. Nail Polish Direct is a great website in the UK. Not everything is that cheap. Some of their China Glazes are definitely in a good price point. So it is kind of about shopping around, knowing where to what to buy and where to buy from. But that's kind of how I get my mainstream ones. Like I say, I just don't buy full price, and even if that means I have to wait a little bit longer for things, that's what I tend to do. With indies, I do love a D-stash more than most people do. I absolutely love D-stashes. That is what I shop a lot with my indie collection. Other than that, I do buy from, well, I did buy from the US quite a bit from websites like Harlow & Co, which is a Canadian website, and directly from indie shoppers. If you're buying from abroad, the only thing I kind of try and balance out is that you need to kind of outweigh the shipping. So my rule tended to be that I needed to buy 3 polishes for it to be worth my while paying the shipping. That applies to polish pickup as well as ordering when I could directly from the US makers. If any less than 3, and it wouldn't really be worth the shipping and or possible customs. So that's just a tip on if you're buying internationally, just weigh up all the different elements to the cost, because it's definitely not just cost and postage. And the last little bit before I get into what you're probably all waiting for, which is a look into the collection in a little bit more depth, is someone asked me how long I'd known Jess and how I got into nail polish. There is a whole video on my nail polish journey. I will link that down below for you. Nothing's really changed, I don't think, since I filmed that video. It kind of explains the start and then all the way through to me having a YouTube channel and things like that. So I will link that down below, and that will explain that, save me repeating myself for people that have watched that in the past. I met Jess in I met like virtually Jess in 2014, so quite some time ago now. Jess messaged me on Instagram. I wish I could find the message still, but there's only like newer messages on my Instagram from her, because we obviously just text now. I met her that way. She was interested in doing a collaborative and a swap video. So our first swap video together was a swap where I sent her polishes to the US that were from the UK, and she sent me some back. That was my real experience, one of my first real experiences with like US brands and US indies. Indies was something that I was just getting into that time, so that video and that swap really opened my eyes up to that part of the world, as well as getting to know her as a person. And since then we have been together in person a few times. We've been to 4 countries together. I've seen the birth of 90 Lacquer with her. So yeah, I really value my friendship with her, and I've said this a few times, but not just with Jess, but this whole experience on YouTube and Instagram and being part of the nail polish community, the friendships that I've made, like I say, Jess and so many other people from all parts of the world, has been such a blessing, and I love it so much, meeting and speaking to new different people all the time. And that still continues today. I still speak to new people today that I like. If you think I met, so one of my first people that I met in the nail polish community was Jess in 2014. I've just started interacting with new people in 2020, so it shows that it's an ever-evolving situation, and it's just amazing and means so much to me. So thank you all for your interaction, and you all asked for the nail polish collection, so let's get into it, and then I will end the video there. So if I don't say bye at the end, bye now. So this is Nail Polish Corner. So as you can see here, I have 4 Helmers. This cream one was the original one, and then since then they've all been very white. It's not been stained or anything. There's obviously just a change of colour at some point. So I'm going to kind of give you, this is the overview of the situation. My husband's area is all over here. So we kind of have this little back corner. He has one half and I have the other. So if we just go in a little bit, I'm moving my light with me, so I'll give you an idea of what we have here. So on this top of the first Helmer, we have a little bit of the PR packaging that I have. I have some beautiful packaging along the way from Essie and Zoya, so I tend to keep that. I then put my light box and swatch situation and my laptop on this end Helmer. In the middle, like I said, just move this light, it's very graceful. Move the light over, we have here, on top of Helmer number 2, I have 2 plastic racks here, and they are to swatch. So they are unswatched polishes, so as I haul them, they go onto the racks and then I wear them. So I don't really have them in any order, other than I kind of group the brands together. So you can see we've got the hair polishes and Glams there, and like I said, this is then mirrored on the other side here. So we've got loads of Dolish, some OPIs. This Trixie box is just for display purposes. I got the Trixie with Ice Cream Nails collab, but I just haven't wanted to get rid of the box. So that's those 2 racks. On top of the third Helmer, again, let's try and move my light, very graceful. So on top of the third Helmer here, we have this blue is anything I need to swatch for video purposes. So a lot of these I've pulled out to do polishes I forgot I owned. So if I need to re-swatch it for a video and not just like a first time swatch, it will go in here for like the re-swatch pile. Back here I have a lot of my nail care items, so I have my hand scrubs that I've got on the go, some hand creams, I've got the Naked manicure set up, these some more scrubs and creams. This bag here is from PolishCon New York. I have mentioned this a few times, but I was in America with Jess from 90 Lacquer, Jess Face 90, just after PolishCon, like for 2 weeks after. So she did get me a bag, and there was loads of bits in it that she'd gone round, or her husband had gone round and done like loads of shopping for me. So I kind of feel like I went to the event, but I really didn't. So I do have a bag from that. Onto the end one, we have a little niffler here, and this beautiful cup that was given to me by Lou. This here is everything that I need to show in a video for polishes for the month. So this is everything that I wore, and these are rewears. So we kind of have, that's kind of how the process is. There's normally stuff here, I've cleaned that off for you, but polishes to re-swatch videos, polishes to go in monthly favourites. This half is new swatches, that half is rewears. Back here, this is a new feature. I have got myself a little bag, and this has got all my nail polish empties in it, and we're going to be doing that every 6 months. We're going to be emptying that bag and seeing what empties we have in there. We have some Zoya Remove back there. And that is everything on the top. I'll quickly pan up through my shelves and then we'll get into the drawers themselves. So a lot of you guys know I love Harry Potter, so a lot of the stuff on the shelves is kind of things from Harry Potter. So I do have a few little Harry Potter oddities on this shelf, and then the one up the top there I have my supply of wide brushes from Zoya. I have some OPI in a display box, got my Hogwarts Honeydukes things there. This is a little gift from one of my bridesmaids when I got married. I've never worn them. Let's see if I can get them around the light. I've never worn them. They need a good shake up, but I just thought it was such like the cutest little set that sits up there. Niffler, Wonder Woman, this beautiful Vivienne Westwood perfume bottle. So yeah, it's just kind of display items that I like. They go up there. So let's delve into these 4 Helmers. Okay, so in Helmer number 1, we have all OPI. No particular order, but 1 full drawer of OPI. Second drawer, another drawer full of OPI. Again, no real rhyme or reason behind them. They're just all kind of an assortment in there. At one point I had them a bit more organised, but I don't anymore. Drawer number 3 is OPI, but we then do also have the OPI Infinite Shines here along the side. So pretty much 3 almost full drawers of OPI in here, like I say, plus the display boxes I had up on the shelves with some in. So that is that. We then move on to a full drawer of China Glaze. Some of these are gaps are missing where I'm re-swatching things, but this is pretty much, I think again, yeah, 2 full drawers of China Glaze. The last one at the bottom here is just a mixture of things. I have my gel nail polish in here, I have my label maker, I have some hand scrubs, I have some beautiful cards and things from subscribers. Just kind of an odd drawer, but it is good to know that I have got this space to overflow into if I ever needed to. So Helmer number 1, 3 OPI, 2 China Glaze and 1 Odd Bits. Helmer number 2, the first drawer that we have is Zoya, completely jam-packed full, and again in no order. I'm very lucky that I do receive PR from Zoya, so I do rotate through and give some to friends, but other than that I do have a lot, as you'll see that I now have a second drawer as well. 2 full drawers of Zoya there. The third drawer is a 50-50 drawer. This is a newer drawer, as you can see here. So again, like I mentioned, where I do get Zoya, I wanted to have a third overflow drawer for them, but I didn't really feel that I needed to have a whole one. And recently I've been very lucky that I've started receiving some Essie PR. So this has become an Essie Zoya hybrid, because below it we do then have a full drawer of Essie. So 2 Zoya, a share, Zoya Essie, and then an Essie. Underneath the Essie drawer, we have kind of odd mainstreams, I guess. We have Butter London, we have Orly, we have Deborah Lippmann, Illamasqua, we have Barry M, we have, did I say Orly already? I feel like I did. Colour Club, Deborah Lippmann, did I say that? One Rogue Julep. I think that's it. Those are the brands that I have in there, kind of mainstream, but not ones that I have tons of. And at the bottom here, we have all of my Sally Hansen's. I have a lot of the Insta-Dry Crayola ones, which I use a lot for bases, and if I paint my daughter's nails, I love wearing these for her because they dry so fast. I then have some of the Sally Hansen Complete Salon Manicures. I have a few polishes from Sesh. Then I have my Nails ink in the new square bottles, plus a ton of Twinkle Tea. I was like, that looked like FF on the top there. That's what threw me off there. Twinkle Tea in the old packaging and the new packaging. I did receive those all as PR as well. So that is finishing off that drawer. So those 2 are all mainstreams, essentially. Twinkle Tea's a bit of a kind of mainstream, kind of indie, but that is Helmers 1 and 2. We move on to the indies. If you watched a video that I did maybe a year or so ago, I kind of went over how I came to this process. So I do have my indie polishes, other than 90 Lacquer and Dolish Polish. I have them all in alphabetical order. And then I have these magnetic and wipeable little stickers on here, or magnets, like I say. I bought like a big one and I just cut it up. So therefore, if the letters change, I can just wipe them off and rearrange them, so it gives me room to kind of expand and grow. This Harry Potter sticker drawer is all of my nail care items. So again, you might have seen this recently because I did do a video on kind of clearing this out and decluttering it, but nail care is that top one, always has been. In the first one we have a full 90 drawer. There might be a a couple spaces at the back. I love how uniformed this bottle shape fits in. A few brands have this, is not just 90s, their bottle shape, but I just love how uniformed they fit in here. They fit the Helma drawers perfectly. I have old school, she says, old school 90 labels somewhere in here from the very first few collections. I have some that were never ever released. If I come across one of them, I will show that to you. And this, well, there's one that I don't think that was, yeah. So she had some creams that she was going to release years ago, which never did. But so I got the prototypes, but they never actually came to anything. Then years later, obviously the neon creams came out. So it's kind of how she was working on them through time. So let her know if you want more creams in the future. That drawer has some more space to go in it. But that is my 2 90s, and I imagine at some point I'm going to need a third. A to C is the next one. And a lot of these have a lot of room for growth in them, which is great. So we have A England, Cirque, Cupcake Polish, Bee's Knees, like Lacquer, by Danny Vienna, Dolish Polish, and D to F, because my Dolish is overflowing. So we do have Dolishes at the back where I've got the overflow. We have Frenzy Polish, we have Ethereal, we have Femme Fatale, we have Danglefoot, we have Don Diva. All the D's to F's in there. G to H at the bottom here. These are a bit all over the place because I have just gone through them quite recently. Tons of Glam. But then I have Girly Bits, Glisten and Glow, Glitter Days, Hair Polish, Glitter Lambs, Great Lakes Lacquer. That is Helma number 3. And if I can force my light into the corner enough to show this for you. As you can see, I have Dolish Polish in the top drawer, which is completely full. All the big ones, and then we have the minis on this side. And then moving down, we have I to L. This is quite full, actually. What's this got in it? Limby Designs, KB Shimmer. What else do we have? Oh, old school Lacquer Attack. We have, what else? We've got Lacquer Lust. Basically, 2 or 3 brands in here, really, isn't it? It's quite uniformed. So that's I to L. M to PAI, which again, these 2 to P's are quite full. So we have Palish, we have Night Owl Lacquer, we have Never Enough, we have Native War Paints, we have Moonshine Manny, we have Painted Polish, and then PAM to Q. This is pretty full as well. So we have a lot of my Polish Me Royalty, which was a UK brand. They're on hiatus. I hope they come back, but it's been a while now. Plus lots of Pampered Polishes. I love that brand as well. We have them in the old school bottles, and then the new ones. We have Pop Polish. We have, what we got here, Opulent Essences from the UK, Picture Polish. Then we have this one here, which has lots of the S's in. So we have, what have we got here? Rogue Lacquer, and we have Splattered Paint Lacquer that I work with. Again, they're on hiatus because of the outbreak, coronavirus. Prism Polish. We have Sparkly, that used to be a UK brand. It's quite a UK drawer, really. Or international drawer, I should say. And at the bottom we have ST to Z, which is quite empty. So this is definitely where we can obviously move some of the other letters down if we need to. All in the boxes are Stellar Chromas. We then have Wicked Polish UK, Wicked Polish US. We have Sweetheart Polish. We have, what else do we have in here? Is there everything? Oh, Super Chic at the back. And that, my friends, is what a lot of collecting and a lot of swatching gets you for Helma's full of polish. So there we have it. You guys asked for it. Like I said, I feel like I've shown you this recently, but when I say recently, I probably mean I showed you this about 2 years ago. So there's a little update for you of what this organised, disorganised mess looks like, but which is my now polish area. If you have any questions, leave them down below. But I'll see you in the next one. Bye.